because I got a golden ticket. Hey, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. It all depends on when you're watching the live. It's a little noisy out. I figured I'd do this thing on the front porch instead of doing it with the doors closed. It's a nice, beautiful day, nice sunny day. And we thank God for another day of life, another day of strength. And we made it through another day's journey, another work day for me. I don't know about you, but another work day for me. And so, first off, thank God for another day. Like I said that before. Think of another day, another day. We also thank God for the hills, the mountains, the valleys, the good, the bad, the ugly. We thank God for it all. Because like I said this earlier this morning, that if you threw your hand down on the ground, if you threw your hand down on the ground, somebody will pick it up and run with it. So, you know, going into May, we're going into May, and Mother's Day's coming up. So I got testimonies, and if you want to share how good God has been to you, you can email your testimony to Testimonial Tuesdays at gmail.com. The email is in the description below. If you want to share your testimonies, you want to share how good God has been to you, you can email me and I'll share it here on the live every Tuesday. I do this every Tuesday. As long as people send them in, I'm gonna continue to do them. So, but like I said, Mother's Day is coming up, and what would I be without the women in my family, my aunts, especially my mom, my aunts, and what would we be? And so we thank God for all the women in our life. Thank God for women, period. Without mothers, what would this world be? The women, the strong women, the strength of our families, what would they be? So anyway, this is not anyway, but the trench. I don't mean it like that, y'all. I don't mean it like that. But we thank God for our moms. We thank God for our moms every day. Thank God oh, thank God for our mothers. So this is written to me. I'm a single mom, and I read over it. I'm like, almost got into tears when I was reading it, but I'm gonna share it with you all. It says, it says, hey guns tip. I want to share this with you in hopes that it reaches someone who needs it in a way I once did. I am a single mom of 3, and not too long ago, I was at a place where I hadn't completely given up. I was doing everything on my own, working nonstop, trying to provide, trying to be strong for my kids. But inside, I was and breaking, exhausted and breaking. There were days I would smile in front of them and cry behind closed doors at night. I felt like I was failing as a mother. Bills were behind, my energy was gone, and one of my children was really struggling. It just felt like everything was piling up at once, and I didn't see a way out. The truth is, I had stopped leaning on God. Let me read that over again. The truth is, I had stopped leaning on God. I was trying to carry everything myself, and it was too heavy. One night, I reached my lowest point. I sat on my bedroom floor and just broke down. And right there, with tears rolling down my face, I prayed. It wasn't anything fancy. I just said, God, I can't do this without you. Please help me. From that moment on, I started talking to God every day. Some days it was a long prayer, other days it was just a whisper. But I kept showing up. I began to trust Him with everything I could, with everything I couldn't fix on my own. Things didn't change overnight, but they did change. Little by little, doors started opening. I found a better full-time job, opportunities that brought me more stability for my family. At the same time, God placed an idea on my heart. Something small I could start on the side. I stepped out on faith. Let me read that over one more time too. I stepped out on faith, even when I was scared, and began building my own business. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy balancing both, but with prayer and persistence, it started to grow. The situation with my child began to improve. The stress that once controlled me started to loosen its grip. People came into my life at the right time and with the right support. But more than anything, I changed. I found peace where there used to be anxiety. I found strength when I thought I had none left. Today, I'm still working my full-time job and growing as an entrepreneur, and I can see how far God has brought me. I'm still a single mom, still facing real challenges, but I'm not carrying it all by myself anymore. If someone watching this feels like giving up, I want them to know this. You are not alone, and God hasn't forgotten you. Let me read that one more time for y'all. It says, if anyone watching this feels like giving up, I want them to know you are not alone, and God hasn't forgotten you. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, He is still working. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, He is still working. One more time. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, God is still working. Tell them for me, don't wait until you have a perfect words. Just pray. Just pray. Start perfect words. Just pray. Just start. God will hear you, and God will carry you along the way. A single mom that almost gave up. Thank you. No, it says a mother who almost gave up but found her way back through faith. So she also says that I pray. She says thank you for giving people like me a space to share. I pray this reaches the one who needs it most. A mother who almost gave up but found her way back through faith. So thank God. Thank God for your testimony. Thank God for coming on. Thank God for sharing. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you coming. I really appreciate people that have shared testimony with me. Like I said before, I can come on here all day long and share with people how good God has been. But it's better when other people share it as well. Because I'm not the one who God has been good too. So thanks for tuning in for another day of Testimonial Tuesday. If you want to share, if you desire to share how good God has been to you, make sure you can email me at Testimonial Tuesdays. It's in the description below. Testimonialtuesdays@gmail.com. I do this every Tuesday, every most of the time in the evening time. I come on here and share. And like I said, what would we be? Mother's Day is coming up, so don't wait until your mother's gone. Hopefully you still have your mom. If you don't, love on somebody else's mom or your grandmom, whoever women in your life, love on them, and I'll tell them thank you for all that they do. Because without the mothers in our life, without the women in our life, where would we be? So I'm a prime example of that. I don't know where I would be without my mom. I thank God every day for my mom, even though sometimes you be like, Mom, Mom, ease out, relax. It's okay. Chill out, Mom. But even though I say that and I feel that sometimes, I thank God for my mom. I wouldn't be sitting here right now. Through it all, Mom has been there. So we thank God for our mothers. So with that being said, y'all be safe, y'all be blessed. Like I always say, tell somebody you love them. Don't wait. Tell them today. Tell them now. While you're on the live, just go to them and tell them, say, hey, I love you. Because it does no good. It does no good for you to cry and shed tears when while they're here. You don't cherish them and you don't appreciate them. So with that being said, tell somebody you love them, because you never know when you're gonna go. You never know when they're gonna go. Kiss the ones you love, because you never know when you kiss them again. Also, a kind word, kindness can go a long way. I am a testimonial to that. I give testimony to that because a kind word and kindness will change my life. So give a kind word, share a kind gesture, and you'll be surprised how that kind word, that kindness will change somebody's life, because it changed my life, changed my mindset. I thank God for the people every day. And that's pretty much it. We'll see you next Tuesday. Well, I'm live every day, but Testimony Tuesday happens every Tuesday. So if you want to tune in again for that, if you haven't watched, you just not starting to watch, and I finished the testimony already, you can, after this live is over, you can go back, watch it over again, and I'll check it out. It was a great testimony from a single mom. You know, because you're single, just know that whatever you're going through, no matter if you're a mom, whomever you are, God gives us grace and mercy, and God loves you, and just don't lean into your own understanding. Put God first, put God as a foundation, and trust in Him to get you where you need to go, and He'll get you there. So with that being said, be safe, be blessed. I'll be seeing you in the next video. What does that say? I don't know what that says. But anyway, anyway, thank God for your comments. Thank God for your comments, regardless of what they are. Thank God for everybody that tuned in, whether you're watching the replay, whether you watch the live, whatever. Thank God for you anyway. But with that being said, I'm tuning out. Y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed. And I'll be seeing you next video. I'm out. Peace out. Be blessed.